Welcome to Modern Manipulation. I wanted to start out by saying thank you for joining us. Today we are going to talk about national movements and their societal consequences. Sometimes a forced national movement without majority public support can lead to unintended social consequences and suffering. Sometimes the movement and the unfortunate and consequent suffering is a necessity towards greater equality, like the right to vote for women, or the emancipation and the move toward greater equality socially and economically for African Americans and minorities in the United States. Other times, the national movements are well meaning, but their opposition without healthy subsidization creates business opportunities for hidden or deceptive supply and demand opportunities. The prohibition of alcohol in the United States was well meaning Christian nationalist temperance movement. Despite modern science recognizing alcohol's toxicity and potential for biological abuse, its past national prohibition opened up an underworld of organized distribution, sale, and labeled criminality rather than alcohol use being a non punishable when used responsibly personal choice like it is for many adults today. Speakeasies and organized crime stepped in to provide and benefit financially from what was labeled illegal. Another example of a national movement that has yet to find its natural balance to its intended application is abortion. Christian nationalists tend to want their beliefs to apply to all pregnant people who desire an abortion, rather than making a personal choice for the person affected by the situation. Abortion is a complicated choice with modern medicine as to when a person is a life form worth protecting, and when society or medicine should protect that embryo after sex or after rape. But entire political campaigns and religious groups rally around being pro-life and anti-abortion at times, even if only a cover or a distraction from other intentions or political or financial agendas. National, and often Christian, movements sometimes want to offer a simplistic solution for a multifaceted problem that doesn't affect themselves personally until it does affect them, like when being the affected mother to be. Fascism is a national movement formed or based on tribal or polarized group superiority, the actuality or appearance of limited resources, scapegoating, vilifying other groups and tribes, self-enrichment, and the denying of humanity or dignity of others by stroking and maintaining fear and hatred among its members for other vilified groups, and maintaining one's power through fear and sometimes causing or promoting violence. It is often found in authoritarian groups and has a charismatic leader where poor actions are marketed as justified, even if it's only the leaders that benefit the most financially. Fascism can look like strength and patriotism on steroids until one realizes who the beneficiaries are and who are the people who are suffering. Sometimes people do not realize they are contributing to fascism or the consequences of such a movement for other people or groups than themselves because they feel financially marginalized or socially threatened. And the consequences of such a movement to other people or themselves are not readily seen on their front door and do not affect them currently or seemingly in the future. Sometimes it is because we can be preoccupied by work or life, but I think it can also be linked to lack of understanding patterns of trauma, subsidization, and opportunity, imperfection, cognitive bias, and sometimes selfishness, and a lack of studying history on a collective as we socially repeat cycles. National movements rise out of the claim of a need or desire not being met, even if partially ideological, but their consequences are always real. but the side or group that you choose to support is up to you. Abortion, alcohol prohibition, fascism are all national and often religious-based movements that have poked their head up throughout history. National movements, that's modern manipulation.